Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and this is Duck Hunt on the NES. As you can see, I'm playing this on an actual NES system because how else would I play the game? I don't have an emulator I can play Duck Hunt because Duck Hunt requires the light zapper, but apparently some people have been able to emulate Duck Hunt. I wonder how they do that. Do they use the mouse as the controller? I don't know. But, of course, emulators aren't always as great as playing it on the actual thing itself. Here's the thing about playing it on the actual system itself, and I may not get to use this gun controller much anymore, because pretty soon I'm going to lose this CR TV that I have that I used to play my NES and classic games, and I might lose this TV and I won't be able to play Duck Hunt anymore. Not that that's a big deal. I don't really play Duck Hunt much anyway, so it's still nice to, give it a last go before I get rid of this TV or this TV goes, because TV's not in the best condition. It's kind of broken. Well, the sound on it doesn't work very well. Other things don't work very well. And those waves you see on the screen aren't from the TV. That's because my NES has an aftermarket power adapter, because my original one broke, so I had to get another one, and this one doesn't, as you see, doesn't work the best. At least it still allows me for NES to work and, play and stuff like that, so I guess that's good. And you see here, I'm just shooting at the ducks. I wonder why we shoot at ducks anyways in this game. What's the premise of this game? So I always ask myself as a kid, what's the premise of this game? You're shooting at ducks. What did ducks ever do to you? What's so bad about ducks? Ducks are just livestock. They're not assassins in disguise. They're not trying to kill us, or maybe they are. Maybe the ducks are starting a revolt or something like that, and that's why we have to go and take out our guns and shoot them. The NES Zapper could also be good in a lot of other games. There were I forget some of the other games. Remember one of the other games that also made good use of the NES Zapper was Monopoly on the NES, where you could shoot at things on the board. You could shoot at your rival's property. You go in, the police car comes, you land on go to jail, and the police car comes, you could shoot at the police car and destroy it. Or when you land on income tax, there's that pixelated man that appears on a screen and tells you to pay $200, you could shoot at him. You could use it to play Monopoly and shoot stuff on the board. And so, yeah, this kind of goes on for a long time. I'm actually quite good at this Duck Hunt. I'm not the best at it right now because I have my camera in one hand and I'm playing the gun in the other. But if I was just playing it myself without any distractions from a camera or anything like that, I could actually play this game, pretty good actually. Got a pretty high score at this game. I usually play with two ducks and I usually, win pretty well. I'm just playing with one duck here, which is kind of lame, but, it's just for the purpose of this video. Look at that, I just cleared round 12. Round 12. This game doesn't actually have any kind of ending. I don't even remember the first I ever made it in this game. I also always wanted to shoot that dog. That dog's annoying as hell. I was glad that you could beat him up in one of the Smash Brothers games. He always laughs at you whenever you miss or whenever you don't shoot one down. He just laughs. He's like, yeah, well, it's not like he could do any better. Like, why is he laughing at me? So he can't use a gun, he can't shoot things down, he can't do much better. He's probably just jealous that, he's a dog, a pixelated dog that lives in an NES game. I mean, it's an 8-bit NES game, he's just some dog. He's probably never going to get a girlfriend. He's probably never going to have much of a life other than just, laugh at you for missing stuff. So it's actually quite sad, actually, to be that Duck Hunt dog. But of course, I think Nintendo felt kind of sorry for him too, which is why they gave him roles in some of the more recent Smash Brothers games, or possibly some of those new games they have on the Nintendo Switch. And you see, my mystery ducks, and now it's game over. Yeah, they deserve it. There's another game on here too called clay shooting. Let's check out clay shooting. This is actually my favorite part of the game, where you have to shoot at the clay targets. They're very small and they're very hard to hit. It takes precise precision accuracy, but I always get them down every time. Or at least when I don't have a camera in my hand, I always get it down every time. If only I could tape my camera to my gun or something. Nah, that wouldn't work. I want to try taping my tablet to my gun. I'm using my Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 tablet to record this. It doesn't look that bad. The quality of the screen is actually pretty good. This camera actually has some pretty good recording quality. It's on my Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 that I got for Christmas in 2012. Well, technically it was a Christmas 2012 present, even though I actually got it in February 2013, because my dad bought me a Kobe tablet for Christmas in 2012, and he took it apart and tampered with it and broke it up before he actually gave it to me. So, yeah, that's why that tablet broke. So he had to get me a replacement, which was way better. A Samsung Galaxy Tab 2. And to this very day, it's going to be 8 years since I got this tablet in 2 months from now. And yeah, it's actually, I still use it quite a bit, actually. Pretty good. Actually stood the test of time. I don't know how it compares to the newest versions of the Samsung Galaxy Tab, because this is the first tablet I've ever owned, and it's the only tablet I've ever owned, so I don't really know how it compares to any of the newer ones. And I have to really be on my feet for this part. I have to have my arm out and ready to shoot at anything that moves. As soon as I detect the slightest bit of motion, I have to go open fire and, blast them down. Blast down those clay targets. You see, this game actually makes a little more sense, because clay targets are not living things. They're just things that they're made for target practice, so you can shoot at them and destroy them. They're just made out of clay. It's not like they have families or lives or anything like that. And sometimes I often think they're aliens or something like that trying to invade our world. They kind of do look like flying saucers a little bit. And they are landing in the kind of place that aliens would actually like to live. What's kind of disturbing is there's actually a place close by to me that looks like, looks like this game. There's the green mountains, the green forestry. I kind of showed a little bit of it in that documentary film I made last summer, but yeah, there actually is a place, a bioreserve, a greenbelt bioreserve located near me that actually kind of looks like that. Kind of disturbing in that sense. It also served as the inspiration for Eden Vern, which is a planet that appears in a series I write about called Odyssey of Oddities. So here I'm just gonna, wait for the game to be over. And how do I wait for the game to be over? Well, I just keep playing the game and eventually I'm gonna naturally lose. I think this game gets rigged eventually after a while. This game just rigs itself because it doesn't want you to get any further in the game. You see, like that, game over. Yeah, so that's pretty much all this game has to offer. It's pretty fun, but yeah, it's pretty good. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.